Hafiday and mabuhay my kababayans. Welcome to the Office of the Governor of Guam. I see some of us have gone through costume changes to be more appropriate for the event today. We're here today to proclaim June 2024 in recognition of the 126th Philippine Independence Month and the 70th anniversary of the Filipino community of Guam. We like to also call them the FCOG. At this time, I also want to recognize the presence of the Honorable Joshua Tenorio, our acting governor of Guam. And to his left, the Honorable Amanda L. Shelton, acting lieutenant governor of Guam. I want to welcome the Honorable Rosario Lemke, Philippine Consul General of Guam, as well as Vice Consul Daniel. And this is Nika Baldovino, Chairwoman of the Board of Trustees for the FCOG, and the Chairwoman of the Philippine Independence Committee. I also want to welcome all of us from the Board of Trustees of the FCOG and our members from the Filipino community of Guam. Hafiday and mabuhay. Without further ado, I want to give the floor now for his opening remarks to Mr. Patrick Luces, President of the Filipino community of Guam. And Pat, you're welcome to stay there or come up here and give your remarks.
All right. Hello everyone. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Good morning. Good afternoon. Honorable Josh Tenorio, Acting Governor of Guam. Honorable Amanda Shelton, Acting Lieutenant Governor of Guam. Honorable Rosario Cherry Lemke, Philippine Consul General of Guam. Our Vice Consul Danielle Blanca Bolimar Oriando. Consul Ricky Aragon, and staff of the Consulate of the Office of the Consulate General of the Republic of the Philippines, Madam Chair of the FCG Board of Trustees, Nika Baldovino. My fellow FCG officers and Board of Trustees, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you all to the proclamation signing of the 126th Philippine Independence and the 70th Filipino Community of Guam anniversary. In cooperation with Philippine Consulate General in Guam, today signifies the beginning of our celebration of the 126th Philippine Independence. We join people in the Philippines and throughout the world in celebrating this special occasion. We also celebrate the 70 years of the FCG as a nonprofit organization here in Guam. And we did that through the spirit of camaraderie and carrying the binding spirit in helping our community. In Guam, we look forward to the following events: the celebration of the 126th Philippine Independence and 70th Anniversary Ball, and that will be on Sunday, June 16 at the Dusit-Tani. The Tagalog Mass, which will be celebrated on Sunday, June 23 at 3 p.m. at the St. Anthony Church in Tamuning, followed by the wreath laying at the Mabini Shrine at Asan Park, and the exciting Pista Sinayan celebration at Ipao Beach Park, and this will be on Saturday, July 13. This will be a free event for our island community. We will have entertainment, food, and fun. And this year's PSN is unique in that as we celebrate the 70th anniversary of the FCG, it'll also lead into the celebration of our 80th liberation here on Guam. So we know that many of our families and our visitors on island have come to Guam. So we invite you all to join in our celebration. And for more information, we ask you to visit our Facebook page or call Linda Kaasi at 671-777-6865. At this time, I would like to pass the floor to our Madam Chair of the event, if she can say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning. Senator Amanda, Consul General, and all the colleagues and members of the Filipino community of Guam. This is not a speech because Mr. Patrick Luces has already informed everyone what is the activity for the month of June. I will just give you a short history of the proclamation. And I would like to thank you acting governor, for proclaiming June as the Philippine month to commemorate the 126th anniversary of the Philippine independence. Prior to June 2000, the proclamation was only made for a Philippine week. So all activities were crammed in 1 week. When I became the president in 1999, I asked Governor Carty C. Gutierrez then to proclaim the month of June as Philippine month because we line up a lot of activities. The biggest activities that we have then, which is we are also celebrating now, is the Independence Ball. And then we had the biggest Santa Cruzan. We invited beauty queens from the Philippines and also, of course, government officials and the local personalities, which they lined in the road of San Vitores with the flood that the government has provided us. As a matter of fact, I still remember that Governor Gutierrez was the escort of Miss World, which is Miriam Cambao. They went here and different personalities. And then we had Jerry Gutierrez, the First Lady, who also prayed, and Madeline Bordalio, and we did it at night with the nice arch that we prepared for them. But with the First Lady then, they had their own arch, which is so beautifully done. Actually, that is the story of the Philippine month. And we also had celebrated the biggest Pista Sanayon then, which we did at Ipaw Beach. I thank you for recognizing the Filipinos and the contribution we have made to this beautiful island of Guam. And finally, but not the least, of course, is we want to thank you for the support given to us by the government for our Pista Sanayon to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Filipino community. Again, mabuhay tayong lahat at maraming salamat po.
Jesus Masi, and thank you so much to Patrick and to Ms. Nita for your remarks. I now want to give the floor to the Honorable Amanda L. Shelton, Acting Lieutenant Governor of Guam.
Thank you, Crystal. Good morning, everyone. Magandang umaga. Jesus Masi for allowing us to celebrate the 126th anniversary of the independence of the Philippines. Congratulations to all of you. Today, as we look back at the history of the Filipino people, it's a very important history, one of adversity, but one of perseverance and resilience. A very common theme that we see between our Filipino people and our Chamorro people here on Guam, and something that, though we have many differences, we share that in our community and our culture. And so we are very honored to have all of you here today to celebrate your precious and unique history and culture, and to enjoy the whole month of June, not just 1 week, but the whole month of June, with a very festive list of events that we have to celebrate what we should all be celebrating together. As President Pat said, camaraderie and friendship among all of us. So thank you very much. Salamat, salamat po. Thank you.
Jesus Masi, Acting Lieutenant Governor. I now want to give the floor to our Acting Governor of Guam, the Honorable Joshua F. Tenorio.
Happy day. Hi, kababayan. It's so nice to welcome you to Guadalupe and to come together as we proclaim one of the most important months on Guam. It is very, very important. Obviously, it's important because of the large number of Filipinos that our residence here. But as we know from history, we are bound by culture, bound by traditions, bound by religion, but even bound by our history, right? Guam was part of the Diocese of Cebu at one time. There is a tremendous amount of interaction that has occurred over time. And I think I mentioned this to you years ago, but I'll just tell you this. The oldest sister of my grandfather, her name was Sister Mary Margarita Franquez. She moved to the Philippines in 1935 to become a sister of the Good Shepherd. And she stayed in the Philippines during World War II. She passed away and is buried in the Philippines. She died in 2003. She was the eldest of my grandfather's siblings. But at that time, several young Chamorro women made their vocations by moving to the Philippines and joining religious orders there. And of course, we know that some of the most famous rebel rousers of Philippine independence were sent here by the Spanish colonial government in Guam, right? It's such a unique history, such a very, very, very deep connection that we have. This year, I'm really looking forward to this partnership with the Filipino community of Guam as we come together at IPAO. I know we have many events, but I feel that this IPAO celebration is so important because it is the venue that can attract the most people. And I often tease Patrick and James and others. I said, you know, the #1 largest attended festival on Guam should be the Filipino Festival. I love the Japanese festival, but there's more Filipinos than, right? And so I think this year, because it is on right upcoming into to the Guam Liberation festivities. Remember, the liberation was brought to the Filipino people as well. They endured so many things, the Death March in Bataan, so many hardships. But then we celebrate all of the remarkable work that was done by Filipinos to rebuild this beautiful island of Guam. And now, in 2024, I'm really proud that President Marcos has reinvigorated the close relationship with the United States government. That, combined with the wealth that is being expanded in the Philippine Republic, I feel this is probably the best opportunity now for us to really pursue with a lot of confidence changes in our system that would enable more Filipinos to travel to Guam. And of course, Governor Leon Guerrero, former Governor Gutierrez, our team is really working hard along with Senator Shelton to try and make progress with the Philippine visa waiver. I feel that with the technology that is around, with the close relationship and alliance between the Philippines and the United States, plus the great wealth that is being expanded in the Philippine Republic, this is probably the best time to try and get this policy made. We count on the Filipino community of Guam and the Filipinos that are living here to help us with these plans. And I really look forward to pushing that agenda. But really, more importantly, to celebrate all that is beautiful about Philippine culture and to help connect, especially the Filipino youth that are here. I think some are already fourth generation that are here. And hopefully many of them have taken advantage of the great convenience in traveling to the Philippines. But many of them really should take so much heart into their culture. I would like to see more young Filipinos I'm sure you probably want to see it more than me, but get more involved in the organizations. Patrick's father is the one that created the group that he has. And I remember at his inauguration that they're always looking for the youth to get involved. And I often talk up to the younger Filipinos. I said, you have to carry on this burden. But we want to look and see and really have an opportunity to showcase the diversity of Philippine culture. It is a very large country, very diverse, and I feel that our celebration at IPAO is going to really showcase the love and friendship that the Chamorros and the Filipinos have for each other, combined with, of course, all the rest of the people that have called Guam home. So I will look forward to joining you as we raise the flags on Wednesday. I will miss the ball because I am taking over for the governor her responsibility at the Festival of Pacific Arts. But I have good news. Former Congresswoman Berdallo is going to be here during this time for the Philippine picnic, for a celebration in Ipao. She's coming here for sure. I was just talking to her a couple days ago, and she's coming for the liberation. She's coming, and I'm excited to tell her that finally our event is going forward. We look forward to welcoming some visiting Filipinos also to help celebrate and really, really have a good time, right? Filipinos and Chamorros, they love the food, they love the dancing, and they love the family. And I really am so happy that we'll be able to celebrate that together. So, Madam Consul General, congratulations, best regards to the Philippine government and the Filipino people on this, the recognition of Philippine independence. Thank you very much. Sidus Mahasi. Salamat.
Cesar Smazi, Acting Governor. I now want to give the floor to the Honorable Rosario Lemke, Philippine Consul General of Guam.
Acting Governor Joshua Tenorio, Acting Lieutenant Governor Amanda Shelton, our dear officials of the Filipino community of Guam, Madam Nita, President Patrick, and everyone, my colleagues at the Philippine Consulate General, Consul Ricky, Vice Consul Danny, and everyone else, ladies and gentlemen, half a day and good morning to all. I'll try to make it short. June is always a special month for Filipinos, as it is the time of the year that we celebrate the birth of our nation. The commemoration of the anniversary of the Proclamation of Philippine Independence is a significant occasion for all Filipinos to honor the courage and patriotism of our forebears, remembering the hardships that they had endured to secure the freedoms that we now enjoy. I wish to take this opportunity to convey our appreciation to the Honorable Governor, Acting Governor, for proclaiming June 2024 as the Philippine Independence Month for the island of Guam. This proclamation serves as a reminder to the Filipino community of the importance of preserving our history and strengthening our sense of identity for generations to come. The proclamation of June 2024 as Philippine Independence Month also reflects the long-standing friendship between Filipinos and Guamanians. Over the years, our communities have been working together towards achieving common goals for the island, as well as helping each other to overcome challenging times, such as during the pandemic and the Super Typhoon Mawar. This proclamation not only celebrates the positive contributions of Filipinos to the development of Guam, but also deepens the relations between our two peoples. Again, my sincere appreciation to the Honorable Acting Governor and the Acting Lieutenant Governor for honoring the Filipino people in today's proclamation. Si Diyos Masi, maraming salamat po, and thank you very much.
Cesar Swansea. I now want to call to the podium for the reading of the proclamation Mr. Norman Analista, Board of Trustees and Chair for the Philippine Independence Events.
Thank you, Crystal. A proclamation of the Governor proclaiming June 2024 in recognition of the 126th Philippine Independence Month and 70th anniversary of the Filipino community of Guam. Whereas Guam and the Philippines have a shared historical and cultural connection and bonds of friendship and brotherhood remain strong to this day. Whereas in June 1898, Filipino revolutionary Emilio Aguinaldo proclaimed the independence of the Philippines from more than 300 years of Spanish colonial rule. Whereas the unfailing dedication of Filipino Guamanians to exalt their Philippine heritage manifests in their active involvement in different aspects of socio-civic life in their adopted homeland. Whereas through the years, Filipinos have contributed significantly to the development of the island of Guam and made outstanding achievements in various professional fields: government, military service, business, culture and the arts, education, and civic engagement. Whereas this year's theme, Kalayaan, Kinabuksan, Kasaysayan, Freedom, Future, History, highlights the freedom that their forebears attained, envisions a promising future for their country, and honors the rich history of their nation's struggle for self-determination. Whereas the 126th anniversary of the Proclamation of Philippine Independence is an occasion to deepen the Filipinos' resolve to help bring about positive change on the island as we join Filipinos here on Guam and around the world in commemorating the birth of their nation. And whereas the Filipino community of Guam celebrates its 70th anniversary as a non-profit organization on Guam. Through the years, it has worked with other communities in the spirit of camaraderie to provide resources and relevant programs of value to the island community of Guam.
Now therefore, I, Joshua F. Tenorio, Actu Magallanes Guahan, Acting Governor of Guam, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Organic Act of Guam as amended, do hereby proclaim June 2024 in recognition of the 126th Philippine Independence Month and 70th anniversary of the Filipino community of Guam.
In witness whereof, I, Amanda L. Shelton, Acta Segunda Magallanes Guahan, Acting Lieutenant Governor of Guam, hereby, together with the Act of Magallanes, cause the Great Seal of Guam to be affixed in the capital city of Hagåtña on this 7th day of June in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini, 2024.
Viva Philippine Independence! Viva! Viva FCG! Viva!
Again, congratulations and Viva to the Philippine Independence, the 126th Philippine Independence Month, and the 70th anniversary of the Filipino community of Guam. I want to welcome everyone to the front for a group photo. And this will conclude our live stream event.